ay sumasa inyo ang DZEC Radyo Agila sa Amerika. At sa pagkakataong ito, meron po tayong isang special guest.
Back in 2002, I was working in radio. Hillary Duff had no opening act. They're like, okay, you're gonna hype it up in front of all these fans. Warriors executives were backstage. They said, we're gonna audition a few people to MC. And the rest is history, 16 years later and going. I'm Franco Finn, and I'm the Warriors hype man.
Warriors basketball coming up next.
My mom raised me single mom, and she moved from the Philippines as an immigrant in the mid-70s. So we watched Rick Barry witness the 74-75 championship. Amazing.
The Golden State Warriors have just won the NBA championship.
I've been there since day one, and to see that progression 40 years later, we witnessed our first championship. I mean, you can't even script this stuff up. There's a process whenever I come to Oracle Arena. It's not just like, hey, turn on the mic, get on there, hype it up. So we go in, do the whole routine, and we have a production meeting.
And then coming out of Lights Up, we've got a welcome back video for Bogut.
There's these cool little voiceovers. We do these little matchup teases.
Tonight, Circle City races onto Warriors ground.
And then just kind of get in the zone. How am I gonna hype it up differently tonight?
All right, Dub Nation, we need you louder than ever right now. It's go time.
And each night is different. That's the beauty about entertainment here with the Warriors. Every night is different. You'll never get a duplicate night. This place, it's more than a venue. It's more than an arena. It's more than just a basketball game. It's a family here. It's when those moments when Clay goes off for how many points in the quarter, or Steph's going for threes, or, in the playoffs where we need that extra juice, that extra push for the fans. They call it Roracle for a reason. When you see that sea of gold, it's something special, man. I still get goosebumps thinking about it, and I put my all in there, and the fans do as well, and that's this whole strength in numbers mantra.
A standing ovation at Oracle.
Being here for almost 2 decades, I'm so proud of how far we've come as an organization, what this building means. We've tore this place apart. This is where these moments were born, and there's always going to be that memory, and we're going to love this place no matter what. Oracle Arena is going to be a special place in the history books. There's going to be a big asterisk to say this was the loudest place in all the NBA.
At 5'7", born and raised in the San Francisco Mission District and a product of Santa Clara University, he is the son of Angeles Lucente Finn of Taguig City. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host and the MC, the professional auctioneer, a community leader, a corporate leader, a philanthropist rolled into one. Please welcome the voice behind the Golden State Warriors, the Warrior Halfman himself, Mr. Franco Finn. Hi, Franco.
Kumusta? Hey, everybody, Dub Nation, make some noise! Oh my goodness, I miss basketball live in person. I miss it every day.
I know, and it's really exciting, especially so. The program that we're having right now, DZEC Radio Agila sa Amerika, is heard all over the Philippines, and we are also being tuned in via Facebook Live and our YouTube channel through the facilities of Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. So please say something to your fans all over the Philippines, because they know a lot of us have heard and seen you do the hype inside the Oracle Arena.
Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. All my kababayans out there. Thank you. Worldwide. I love it. Dub Nation, the Warriors, there's fans all over the world. So I just want to say salamat. Thank you, all of you, for all your support. The Warriors has been an amazing organization. Winning championship. We have 3 we're not going to stop there as long as we have Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, and who knows what the future will hold. But I am very excited to be actually not only just the hype man for your Golden State Warriors, but 100% I am proud to be Pinoy and Filipino all the way, true Pinoy to the heart. And I am the first and only Filipino MC hype man in the entire NBA. So I not only do it for the fans, for the Golden State Warriors, but I do it for all of you, all my kababayan, everyone that wants to inspire, to be a voice, to do your passions, to follow your dreams, and to really live your life the best way you can. And that's what I do every day. So salamat to all of you. Thank you for tuning in to our Warriors games each and every night. We'll get back to basketball. Stay safe. Stay healthy, and we'll get back together again very soon. I promise.
I can just imagine right now, Franco, the people will be saying, especially to our dear listeners and followers, they will say, "Aba, Filipino pala yan." Di ba? So Filipino pala yan, di ba? So
Yes.
I am actually surprised because I've been going to the games since forever. Being a resident of the Bay Area, I've always followed, and I just recently found out that you were Filipino. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, hinanap ko ang paraan how to get in touch with Franco Finn, and it was just a click of a friend request.
That's it.
A click of a friend request, and he actually gave everything. So I just wanted you to share to our followers, Franco, ano ba ang iyong experience, transition on living, alam mo naman, dito sa United States of America?
Well, born dito sa Bay
Correct.
Area in San Francisco. So I'm a proud Pinoy Filipino American. I have the best of both worlds. I think I grew up, of course, in the 70s. I was, my mom and my family immigrated from the Philippines. Shout out to Taguig City out there, Manila, all my family that's still back home there. We made the move. They came here for a dream and to start the American dream. I am isa lang, one son only to my mom. Who came over here, and my parents divorced early, and then my mom remarried an Irishman, and that's why I have the last name Finn. It's very Irish, but I grew up sa bahay learning Tagalog, English, first two languages. So I'm true Pinoy. Everything, I eat everything. I eat balot, dinuguan, you name it, kare-kare, bagoong, and everything.
Lumpia and adobo.
Yeah, I'm also Americanized as well. So I love both cultures. But here's what's very different. My parents early on, they sent me to a bilingual French school. So I knew Tagalog, English at home. And then I went to school at age 5, learning Francais and Spanish, Espanol. So I knew 4 languages when I was 5 years old already. And so that's
Really?
why
4 languages,
my world is open to. I'm open to the world. I'm not just one thing. I want to be knowledgeable about every culture, everybody. I'm in the people business. I love being around people every day.
Which brings me to a common question in the Philippines. The common tao, they always ask, sige nga, sample. So, when you said you have 4 different languages, let's sample them. What about French? How do you communicate with people speaking in French?
En français, je m'appelle Franco, j'habite ici en San Francisco. J'ai habité ici pendant quand j'étais très petit et j'ai étudié dans une école bilingue ici. Il s'appelle Lycée Franco-Américain. Basically, what I said is, my name is Franco. I live here in San Francisco. I've been here since I was very young. I went to a bilingual school named Lycée Franco-Américain, which means French-American International School. That was my French. That's an introduction.
Okay. Oh, oh. So,
Yeah.
so right now, it would still be very easy for you to do a conversation, the basic conversation in French.
Yes, in French. And I actually lived there when I was younger. I went to an exchange school. So I went, half the year I was in France, in Paris,
Uh-huh.
and then half the year I was in the States when I was in middle school, maybe about
Okay.
10, 11, 12 years old. I
And
lived in France.
okay. And how was the experience? How was the experience living there? You were too young and probably very aggressive back then. How
Oh,
was
yes.
it living by yourself?
Well, I live with a family, but I didn't have my family there. I live with the family who took me in, and I tell you, it was the most amazing experience I ever had. First time since I left. I went to the Philippines when I was 1. I was born here,
Uh-huh.
born dito, right in the States. Went to the Philippines at 1, but I don't remember. But I
You won't.
remember, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and France was amazing. It opened my mind to food, art, culture. They love wine in France.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see a lot of Pinoys, but there were maybe a handful of Pinoys, and they spoke
Mm-hmm.
French. But there was only maybe a few that I saw living there,
Uh-huh.
which I was very
Oh.
surprised. They look like me, but they speak French. Not a lot,
Uh-huh.
not a lot, but it was
Uh-huh.
amazing.
And back then, it was very hard for French people to actually speak in English. So how
Yes.
are you able to manage it? Did you try to make sure that you learn the language immediately?
Yeah, oh, yes. But see, that's what my training when I was going to school at 5 years old. I learned French and English at the same time. That is why I was able to communicate just like I lived in France, like I was Francais. So, you know what
Uh-huh.
I tell people? I tell people this. I have a very unique background. I'm a Filipino American, French speaking guy with an Irish last name. How about that, huh?
So
That's
that's why
America.
even on how you actually do your the kind of like daily routine, ano? Kasi
Uh-huh.
you have a man of many faces. Sabi nga, di ba? I am pretty sure you probably gumagawa ka siguro ng sirang payong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Because uh, alam po ninyo, itong si Franco Finn, gaya ng aking pagpapakilala sa inyo, napakarami. Hindi lang po siya hype fan ng Golden State Warriors. Siya po ay nag-host. As a matter of fact, you were recently with the San Francisco mayor and the San Jose mayor, right?
Yes.
For some
Yes.
speaking engagement. And tell us about that. And how did they reach out to you?
Okay. Well, I have been very involved not only in my city, San Francisco. I always have been. Every cultural event, festival. We have a big festival here, Pistahan, celebrated
Uh-huh.
every year. Yerba Buena Garden, San Francisco. Thousands of people. I think it's almost 20 plus years now. Is Pistahan celebration. I started there, and then I started doing more events for the city, for the mayors of all San Francisco, not just the current mayor, but 2 or 3 mayors ago. And then,
Okay.
my reputation as, not only as a hype man for the Warriors, but I'm also a corporate leader, a philanthropist, community leader. So they always call me when there's special engagements where they want me to MC or introduce the mayor for whatever event. And then I'm doing it now virtually more than ever. But I'm very busy, almost 7 days a week. When I was, traveling and doing a lot of events everywhere. So I'm
Uh-huh.
very lucky that they called me. I'm very lucky that
Uh-huh.
the mayors of Oakland, San Jose, San Francisco, they all know me by first name, which I'm very, very, very thankful for.
Which, for us Filipinos, we are also proud. Isa kang karangalan ng Pilipinas, ano? Dahil sa,
Oh,
sabi nga natin, masasabing ikaw ay isang hidden treasure. Hidden treasure
wow.
ka ng Pilipinas. Dahil sa, you are able to tell everyone proudly that ikaw ay isang Pilipino. Well,
Yes.
alam po ninyo, patuloy nating makakapanayam itong si Franco, no po? At maya-maya pag-uusapan pa natin yung ibang mga larangan na kanyang kinagigiliwan at inaasikaso. Ang totoo, kung tawagin nga siya yung Ryan Seacrest of the Philippines. Yan yung yan yung judge ng American Idol, di ba? Yung isa sa MC sa American Idol. So, gaya niya, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kulang ang 24 oras. Kulang ang 7 days a week. Talagang lagi siyang nasa trabaho. Kaya sandali po lamang at tayo ay magpapakilala at babalik po ang Radyo Agila sa Amerika. Kapiling pa rin si Mr. Franco Finn.